All right, what's going on, you guys? It's your boy Jake, your favorite investor. And in this video, I want to share something very, very cool that's got me pumped up. It's how Aaron made $7,000 co-sailing a house in under 3 hours. I did not mess up my words. This actually happened, and I'm going to break it down. I interviewed him last night on our private client group, and everybody was all pumped up about it. This strategy, I wish I, number one, knew about it, and number two, had the networks for it when I first started in the real estate business 13 years ago. Now, I've almost done 1,000 deals, most of them being flips, some of them wholesales and co-sales. But if I would have been intentional about this, or even have been aware about this back in the day, things would have been much, much more lucrative right out of the gate when I started investing. So, meet Aaron. This stick figure here is going to be Aaron. Aaron's been in our mentorship program. We call each other the Flip Family. It's our private client group. He's been in for a few months, and he's got a couple of deals going on. He's got one flip that he's doing with 100% other people's money. I think he just put it on the market. Another one that he just acquired, leveraging 100% other people's money. But Aaron lives in California. Now, I live in Knoxville, Tennessee. I used to live in California. Born and raised, my friends. Born in Stockton, California. Went to school at University of Redlands. Lived in Temecula, frequented San Diego, Carlsbad Beach, one of my favorite places in the country, by the way. But he lives in California. He's also a Dodgers fan, which makes me really like him. No, he's a real good guy, and he was pumped up about this. But Aaron put a property under contract in Missouri. I'm not going to give you the exact place in Missouri, because I know what happens sometimes when people know the exact cities or even the addresses. I've learned that the hard way. But he's in California. He's doing business all over the country. He's using the strategies that work for the top 1% investors. He's about to be a top 1% investor, by the way. But, he's running his numbers, generating leads using auto searches, leveraging real estate agents and wholesalers, running them through his calculator, which you can get. You can search my name online, or, we'll link it below this video. But he runs it through, locks stuff under contract, and then goes through his exit strategies with the intention of flipping every single house. That's the way we teach it. That's the way we do it. It's the most effective way to have a tremendous amount of success in this business. Now, I was pumped for Aaron. The numbers were decent. He locked it in, and a lot of times people think that acquiring the asset, buying the house, is the most powerful thing in this game, but it's not. What gives us all the opportunity in the world is having control of the asset, meaning putting the house under contract. What happens when we make an offer to someone that's selling their home, it's essentially a contract, but just with our signature on it. It has our terms, it has our price, it has the time frame to close, it has anything that's going to be involved in that contract. That's on our offer. Okay, it becomes a fully ratified contract if the homeowner accepts it, signs their name on their part. Once that happens, it is off the market for everybody else. Even if somebody else wanted to buy that house for 15, 20, 30,000 bucks more than we did, we have complete control. It's exclusive to us unless we move forward or back out of the deal. Okay? It's a beautiful thing about real estate investing. Having control of the house, control of the asset gives us all the power. So Aaron's numbers were good. Let me bring my mouse over here. He had an after repair value of 149 grand. He locked it in for a purchase price of $91,000. His rehab costs, he had a few contractors go over there. They're anywhere between 10 and 15,000 bucks. And obviously, if you've been watching my page for a while, we have holding costs, closing costs, realtor commissions if you're not a real estate agent, assuming you're going to resell the house at the end of the day, and seller's closing costs. That's how we get our pure profit on a deal. If you don't know what the universal formula is, or if this is your first time seeing it, go back to a video I posted a couple weeks ago. It's the basic numbers, the universal formula that everything revolves around in this game. You can find that real easily. I've been talking about it a lot. So his numbers were good. They were decent. So once he put the property under contract, he did a process that we call waterfalling through our exit strategies. The reason house flipping is the number one way to get into real estate investing, and the number one way toward a lifestyle by design or toward financial freedom. And that term means different things to different people. But the way we buy our time back, take the pressure off our shoulders, and create a life doing the things that we want to do, whether it's hanging out with loved ones, whether it's blessing others in our lives, our family, our friends, right? Whatever it is, real estate opens these doors for us through house flipping, because if you have control of the contract, you can approach it in a number of ways. You got our 15,000 strategy, we have our 50,000 strategy, and both of those combined together in our tool belt contributes to our $1 million strategy. So the first thing that he went through was our $50,000 strategy. And what that is approaching a property as a flip, putting yourself in the driver's seat as the person that's going to acquire the property, right? That's going to be managing the contractor, that's going to be borrowing money from the 100% OPM private lenders. OPM means other people's money. That's the primary lens that we look at every deal through, okay? So when he looked at it, the numbers were a little bit tight. He would still be profitable, but once he got his contractors in there and the lenders take their cut, he didn't have as much room as he would prefer. He was still considering doing it, but the waterfall approach is going from strategy 1A to 1B to 1C, right? We're very intentional with how we waterfall down. So he went to option 1B, which is the 15K strategy, which is wholesaling. Well, wholesaling is taking that contract that he has locked in at $91,000, and he's trying to sell the rights to another investor that would buy it at a higher price point. If he had it at 91 and he sold it to someone else for 96, the rights to the contract, he would get to take the difference, which would be $5,000. But in that particular area in Missouri, he hadn't done much networking. He didn't have a network of end buyers in Missouri that he'd be able to we call it disposition. He would be able to dispo the property to them in time. We typically have a ticking timer once we put a property under contract. And this is another reason why real estate is so lucrative. If you put a property under contract, meaning you make the offer and the homeowner countersigns the offer, so you have a fully ratified contract, it's yours to either keep or yours to throw back into the water. We typically have an inspection period. Sometimes it's 7 days, sometimes it's 10 days, sometimes it's 14 days. It can vary. It's all negotiable. But during that time frame, if you see something you don't like, or if you messed your numbers up, or if the lenders don't want to lend to you, if the contractors end up giving you bids that are higher than what you expected, you can back out of the deal, no harm, no foul, right? It doesn't cost you anything, nothing's wrong, you just go on to the next one. So with this one, he just didn't feel like he had enough time to go through the wholesaling $15,000 profit strategy. And so what Aaron did was he connected with somebody else within our flip family, within our group. It's a new little layer that we've added to our group. It's a third-party organization that has access to the most buyers in the country, okay? So he went to a guy named Cody. His real name's Corey. I say Cody because it kind of annoys him. And it's funny, right? We don't take ourselves too seriously. So he went to Cody, aka Corey, to COSALE with them. Now, what COSALing means is the homeowner puts it under contract with Aaron. Aaron partners with Cody, and then Cody puts the deal out to his network, okay? Now, Cody lives in Dallas, Texas. Aaron lives in Southern California, and the house is in Missouri. None of these guys are anywhere close, okay? So what Corey did is, to his 5 million buyers, I think it's 5.3 million verified buyers. He has all of their confirmed phone numbers, not just like skip trace phone numbers, but confirmed phone numbers, as well as their confirmed buying history with all the addresses, everything that you could need about an end buyer's profile. He has all of them. So he knows exactly who's buying in that area, any area in the country, what they typically pay for properties, how often they buy, how they structure their financing. And so he has a gold mine for selling the rights to contracts, okay? So what Cody did, and I'm going to use Cody and Corey interchangeably because I know he's going to be watching this and kind of get a kick out of this. So Corey has access to over 5 million buyers. So the two of them partnered up. You can see they got the cool shades here. They put an agreement together that Aaron put the property under contract. That's called the acquisition side. And then Cody, his job was going to be dispositioning the property or getting it to an end buyer. They partner up in holy matrimony, and they split the profit if they're successful with it, okay? So what Cody did is he sent the deal out to all of his local buyers in that neighborhood, in that pocket, in that part of the city, in the city that it's in Missouri. Here's where it gets cool. So over the first hour, Cody was sending it out to everybody, showing the pictures, showing the numbers, disclosing everything that was going on, showing what the projected resale value would be once it's in good condition. Now, in the second hour, Cody had numerous buyers at the house with Aaron's real estate agent so they could review the property, take a look at it to determine whether they wanted to make an offer on it. Now, the third hour, my friends, there was an end buyer who committed to the deal and had wired a non-refundable deposit to the title company that was coordinating the transaction for $105,000. So if you look at this beautiful illustration here, Aaron had the property under contract with the homeowner for $91,000. Aaron and Cody partnered up, and Cody got it committed to for an end buyer at $105,000. That's a $14,000 fee that Cody and Aaron will earn from the property in 3 hours doing this co-sale. So here's what happened. Once that $14,000 comes in, which should be in a couple days now, Aaron gets $7,000 of it and Cody gets $7,000 of it. What Aaron did was half the work, which is, to be quite honest with you, it's the simplest, the easiest part of the job, which is putting the property under contract, running the numbers, putting it under contract, locking it in, controlling the asset. Rather than him trying to spend time networking with people locally, trying to go find different investors in that city in Missouri, contacted Cody. And what Cody did, he already has all the buyers, right? 5.3 million across the country. He's got buyers in every area. Pretty much, if Cody couldn't sell the deal, then there would be nobody that was interested. It would show that it's a bad deal, which is the game giving us honest feedback. And, you know, it's no harm, no foul. Aaron would be able to back out, but Cody gave it a shot, and Cody got it locked in within 3 hours. And because of that, both sides get half of that assignment fee. $7,000 one side, $7,000 on the other side. And that makes them very darn happy, okay? If I would have known that with deals that I was approaching as a flip, when I first started in this business, I backed out of a lot of deals. I still do back out of deals. But if I would have known that co-selling was a thing, that different networks would provide me access to people like this, and the fact that there's certain people out there with access to millions of verified buyers all across the country, you know, I did pretty well. I made six figures my first couple of years in this business. I have a feeling that I would have added another zero to that because of the volume I was doing. I was running numbers and making offers all day. It's a beautiful thing that I get to teach this concept that's opened my eyes to really how even more lucrative this business is, especially for new people. Like if I would have known that, it would have changed for me. And so as an alternative, I get to shout from the rooftop to all of my private clients what possibilities and potential they have for profit by going through this process as one of the tools in their tool belt for the waterfall. So each of them makes $7,000. That's on about 3 hours. That's over $2,000 per hour spent on this for each of them. That ain't too bad. Maybe they should do that more often. So co-selling in the big picture, just to show you guys, is part of our 15K profit strategy, which is wholesaling. But the homeowner puts it under contract with the wholesaler, or us, right? We're putting the property under contract. We partner with the co-saler, which would be Cody in this instance, and the co-saler sends it out to, you know, their hundreds, thousands, if not millions of verified buyers in whatever particular area the property's in. The two sides split the profit. The homeowner sells their house, so they achieve their goal. The end buyer acquires a new asset, so they achieve their goal. Everybody wins, okay? So I mentioned our $1 million profit strategy, by the way, you guys. This is the way that it looks on an illustration. All you got to do is pick 3 markets, flip 6 houses, and do 3 wholesales in each of your 3 markets, and that's reverse engineered to $1 million in profit per year business, okay? This is something I've done numerous times. It's something that numerous people within our group have done. And this is something that I'll continue to shout from the rooftops and show little tactics and strategies that allow us to do this stuff as long as the internet doesn't shut down. Okay. So say congratulations in the comments to Cody and to Aaron. Nice work, you guys. They don't all go that smoothly, but if you put yourself in the arena rather than watching from the sidelines, you can see the lucrative opportunities that you can make and create for yourself, just like Cody and Aaron both did. Hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. If you're interested in getting into our network and participating with Cosaling, with Cody himself, or any of the other co-sailors that are in our group, hit the link below, fill out a quick application, talk to one of our investors, see if it's a good fit. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. But either way, this is a fun video to make. I'll talk to y'all soon. Happy investing.